going to see me dancing in undergarments. You're going to see me.
That's gonna be a sight.
So, I can't think of anything else but films. Like I eat, sleep, drink, literally everything films.
Tofa.
Liar. Your song from Jaisi Karni Vaisi Bani.
You
were looking so cute.
Really?
You have some memories from that song, yeah?
Of course.
Radio Nasha.
कहते हैं कि the rich gets richer and the poor gets poorer. लेकिन बता देती हूँ, it is time for हिसाब बराबर. Let's welcome the team. Hi guys.
Namaste,
Hi.
thank you.
Welcome to Radio Nasha.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, the three of you come with so much experience, right? I want to ask you, how has Hisaab Barabar added to your evolution as an actor? Go with you.
So I think Hisaab for me, in the similar tonality of characters, I have done strong, independent, empowered women and all of that. But in this particular case, I think what was different and what I really enjoyed, in fact, was the fact that the lines were so precisely written. They were so beautifully written that I didn't have the urge to improvise. I mean, there was no space for improvisation, and not because the director was like no, but because it was so complete in itself कि आपको ज़रूरत ही नहीं थी. आप उसमें एक word यहाँ वहाँ add करोगे तो you'll actually spoil it, right? So for me to experience that and to stick to what's written, and then also I told Rashami sir as well. I said, you know what? Like, you tell me how you want it. I mean, I'll do my thing, whatever it is. But I want to hear the sound of the sort of the lines from you. How do they sound in your head? You know, because he's so good with characters and the lines and everything. So I think for me to follow something to that in that way was something very new for me that I experienced, and I actually really enjoyed it.
For me, it was a great learning process. You know, because when you have done a certain amount of work and in a certain genre, and you come on set with all that experience, so to get on set and then unlearn of all of that and then start afresh on spot was slightly overwhelming also, but it was a great challenge and a great means of sharpening your axe as an actor. So, Mickey Mehta was, of course, the nature of the character is very unpredictable. Like Kirti said, that the film's written really well, but we have this inherent nature to add maybe an explicit or, an extra word,
Right.
which we didn't really get the scope of doing. And so the first day I was rattled because I come from a very different approach of how a dialogue should be normally told. Like if I've just said, to you, there's a natural pause point.
Right.
But if it's supposed to be said in a certain way, so I wasn't prepared for that. So for me, when I came on set and I had that kind of schooling from Ashwini sir, I was amazed at the way that, he had such great conviction, not only in his writing, of course, which is excellent, it's outstanding, but also the way he wanted his characters to be depicted on screen. And I think we've just molded ourselves there. Having said that, this is the first time that I have done, I'm fantastic in personal life with comedy. Everyone knows I have a comic streak in me. I do a lot of impersonations of many other actors, and I've done that earlier on screen as well. But I haven't portrayed an antagonist with a streak of comic element in him. Still trying to keep him relatable and real and dynamic and all of that. So it was a little overwhelming, but at the same moment it was great fun, because I've left all my guards down.
Yeah.
You're going to see me dancing in undergarments. You're going to see me
That's gonna be a sight.
So I've done stuff which I probably wouldn't have otherwise. I'm otherwise a very shy guy. Yeah.
I think the Mona Lisa that I have portrayed in the film, she doesn't allow anybody to talk. She comes with a problem and she'll also come with a solution, and she will say that this is it, it's going to happen. So my mostly scenes are with R Madhavan sir and I don't let him talk only. I'll tell him this is what I want and this is what we'll do, this is what your son wants and this is how it is going to be. Okay, bye. This is all my scenes are like that. And it's his house, but I rule the house. And I'm the nanny and all. And it's very beautiful comedy scenes that I have, जहाँ मैं खुद ही बोल रही हूँ और खुद ही छोटी छोटी चीज़ों पे हंस पड़ती है. And then I tell him that ये करना है, याद रखना, नहीं होगा तो मैं दिला दूँगी, पर ये इसी तरह से, where he knows everything. So it is definitely, like they said, that the very serious topic, but in a very beautiful satire and a humor way. It is very difficult to show it. So it was a beautiful experience.
You know, when the three of you started your journey, I'm sure एक struggle period तो सबका ही होता है.
अभी भी होता है यार.
Yeah. It's nothing is easy.
But you know, starting में जब होता है, you do films sometimes for money, sometimes just for the survival, and sometimes to even fuel your passion, right? But now as established actors, talk to me about that भूख जो अंदर है कि और अच्छा काम करना है, उसका क्या हिसाब होता है?
Oh, never worked for money.
हाँ, मेरा struggle हमेशा अच्छे काम के लिए ही रहा है. यानी हमेशा से. पहली फिल्म जब मिलने की कोशिश में और खोज में था, तब भी यही भूख थी कि कोई एक अच्छी फिल्म से मैं डेब्यू कर पाऊँ, ताकि I'm an artist, you know. I mean, I've been it. I'm probably born it. You know, so I can't think of anything else but films. Like I eat, sleep, drink, literally everything films. You know, whether it's any aspect of it. It has to be a part of my daily routine in every way, whether it's edit, whether it's music, whether it's composing, whether it's playing the piano, whether it's writing, whether it's producing, any aspect, acting of course being the most important. So I've never done anything in that sense के हाँ यार कर लेते हैं पैसे अच्छे मिल रहे, वैसा नहीं हुआ.
Yeah.
I think the book for me has always been, and as Neil said, even today, is to just do good work, man. But I think what is different, what has shifted for me today, as of today, is I'm far more open, you know, in terms of I'm not very worried about, oh, what is my image? अगर मैं ये करूँगी तो मेरी image का क्या होगा, इसका क्या होगा? I think I'm letting go of that baggage, that extra baggage that we all tend to carry sometimes. And I'm becoming more and more free to just do more and more work.
Yeah. Good work.
I just want to be working. I just want to be challenging myself, having a great time.
Yeah.
And I don't want to put any sort of limitations around me. You know, I don't want anyone else to dictate what I need to do. But जो खुद पे भी, as I said, जो unconscious आप limitations लगा देते हैं, do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
I think I'm becoming free of that. So I'm doing the same thing, but in a more free way. Yeah.
But as actors tell me, they say that, you know, box office numbers, validation important hota hai. But when your work is getting released on an OTT platform, which is great, what is the measure of success according to you as actors?
Yeah, abhi box office thing has been replaced on OTTs by viewerships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New subscribers.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, okay, like.
और वापस उसका गणित कैसे आप ट्रैक को रखें, क्योंकि ये हर महीने क्या हर हफ्ते और उसी दिन पे काफी रिलीजेस साथ में हो रही हैं.
I mean, so they have been they have managed to track it, whatever it is. So हमें लगा था बॉक्स ऑफिस से छुटकारा मिलेगा तो कुछ राहत होगी, but it's taken another, it's the monster which is taken another form, another avatar.
Social media followers.
But I think for me, so of course the platform gives you a feedback numbers, and you know, they tell you in terms of how it's doing and whatever. But I think for me the biggest validation has and will always be the feedback and what I receive from people who watch my work.
Right.
You know, जब उनसे मुझे अभी तो social media है तो it's become much easier for them to access feedback, and say, oh, we love this or we didn't like this or whatever. But I think when I meet people, and also when I meet people and when they talk to me and they tell me about something I have done and I can see that it's really impacted them, I think that for me is the biggest validation.
So for me, I mean, validation on box office, of course, been a part of big hits. I've been a part of flops. So I've seen, of course, both the spectrums of, in that sense. Some massive films also. So, but I've never understood how just one single man is responsible for the entire film and for its functioning. Like I mentioned earlier also, there are many aspects that contribute to making a film a successful film. But at the same time, yes, this is a great journey. At least it reaches out to a certain audience. And some films see the light of day which are meant to see the light of day, and some stories can be told. Otherwise, today, of course, when you are releasing a film in the theatre, you have to keep in mind many aspects. That it's an engaging film, it's an entertaining film, it's a larger than life film, it's executed well, action is great, songs are beautifully shot. So keeping those commercial elements in mind to draw an audience for popcorn and samosa and recliner chairs. Keeping that in mind, sometimes you did find good films not being made. Good stories not being told. But because of the rise of great OTT platforms, we are seeing a lot of interesting content come our way. A lot of good stories being told and seeing the light of day. That's important. Yeah.
My journey started. I have a very long commitment with my audiences. Yeah. I've done that kind of project. So, of course, the kind of work they have done, I've just started recently. So, my experience is going to be very different. But yes, with their experiences, I feel strongly believe that taking risks is very important. What I could understand.
बहुत लोग बोलते हैं कि माधवन जी बहुत moody है. He has a lot of mood swings. So how was it working with him on the sets? And tell me your favorite movie of Madhavan. We'll go with you, Rashmi, because you have had more scenes.
I only have scenes with him, I'll be honest with you. And I don't think so he's moody. But yeah, he's very clear what he wants. And there is nothing wrong in it. In my, while shooting, I needed a lot of help because I was the last minute addition. And he helped me a lot. Ashwini sir had a lot of patience. So there was a little, the difficulty that I faced on heaviness that I had before going on the set. But when I was on the set, things were actually very smooth for me. And the film, of course, I have seen him in the serial on ZTV. Since then, I was his fan. Then I used to watch his interviews. Then I have seen him in Rena Dil Mein a lot more.
For me, Maddie is also like a big brother. I've known him earlier in the past. Great human being, brilliant family values. Of course, very worldly wise, very well spoken. So he's aspirational in many ways. Of course, a brilliant actor and a brilliant artist. This is the first time that I've shared screen space with him. And I give him a lot of credit for being such a magnanimous, not just a star, but human being. I consider filmmaking not just one man's process, and it's not just about the hero or just about the villain. It's about even a junior actor. And what I've observed about him, and at least personally experienced also, that he loves to take charge not just for himself. So he's not selfish at all, but he'll help all his co-actors. He'll like to want to reciprocate in a certain way. He'll like to guide in a certain way. With his experience, of course, who wouldn't want to? Like my first day was a bit of a struggle because we landed straight onto the peak of Mickey Mehta as the first scene to be executed. And I had, of course, preconceived notions of how I wanted to play Mickey Mehta on screen. My director had a certain vision of how he wanted it. Maddie had a certain vision of how he wanted it. But just keeping all three balanced, he understood that, Neil, why don't you just do it in a certain way that I think this might be a great balance. So to guide your co-actor and give him that kind of freedom, and to have that, power of saying, yeah, take the scene away, is great for an actor to do. And I think I respect him and love him for that.
In fact, he told us that his favorite scene from Hisaab Barabar is the one where you bully him.
Yeah. Oh God.
Tell us about that scene.
So that was a nightmarish scene. It's a marathon scene. It's written over like 6-7 pages, blah blah blah, and it's a night shoot. So multi elements contributed into the toughness of the scene, and the beauty is that he hardly has any lines. So all the pressure is on one guy who's ranting away his thought process and his frustration with this guy, and there's histrionics involved, etc. There's a dog, there's a child, there's so much of a public, all of that. There are 500 people on a set watching that scene. I think it was a fun scene. It's definitely my most memorable scene in my one of the most memorable scenes of my career, for sure. A tough scene, of course. I don't want to give away a lot. It's
No
the crux. No spoilers, because it's a big crux into the film. But what we both took away from that scene, and why I think it stays with us, is because while shooting that scene, we realized that the audience around was reacting very strongly to what our character conversation was about the scam, about what a common man's fight is with this system and this guy, and what his belief is. And what he's saying is he truly believes in that if I give you back your money, what are you going to do? You're going to eat gutka kheni and you'll spit it? Hai na?
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm giving you the opportunity of working even harder to earn slightly more. Kind of thing. I'm giving you 50,000 rupee television for 27 rupees 50 paisa. What's your problem? So he's not wrong, Mickey Mehta, and his fight's different. So I think that scene just became iconic for us because the audience there, the common man who was actually watching the shoot, was also identifying with the what situation of the film, Hisaab Barabar.
Can't wait. Working with Madhavan.
I mean, it's all of that and more. Yeah, I mean, he's been around for a long time, and he's really done very good work, which we all have been a fan of. My first memory of him is seeing him in Seahawks, right? And I thought he was very, very hot. And then another one of his films that I really remember him in, and it kind of impacted me, was Rang De Basanti.
Yes.
He played this Air Force pilot, and so yeah.
Amazing. You know what we're going to do now is play a fun game, because this movie also has a lot of comedy, so fun to banta hi hai. Okay, I'm going to give you some badly explained plots, and you'll have to guess which Bollywood movie it is.
Okay.
I'm very bad at
A man drives his recently married son out of the house because he dared to marry outside of their social class.
अरे ऐसी तो बहुत फिल्में बनी हैं.
Okay, hint दे देती हूँ. मल्टी स्टारर है. शाहरुख खान, अमिताभ बच्चन.
King Uncle.
कभी खुशी कभी गम.
कभी खुशी कभी गम.
कभी खुशी कभी गम. Okay.
King Uncle भी तो ऐसी थी ना.
बहुत सारी ऐसी हैं.
बहुत सारी ऐसी है. ठीक है. Next one. This is going to be easy. A man.
Not fair यार. ये हिसाब बराबर नहीं हुआ.
नहीं अभी करेंगे.
हो जाएगा.
Okay, a man is literally dying. Okay, but everyone else in the movie is so emotionally messed up that they don't even notice it until the very end.
Hint please.
आनंद.
2000s वाली सोचो. इतना भी old मत जाओ. इतना भी retro. Everyone's like happy, गाना गा रहे हैं साथ में. एक्टर का नाम बता दूंगी तो पता चल जाएगा.
I think बताना ही पड़ेगा तुम्हें.
कभी अलविदा ना कहना.
No.
सब करण जौहर की फिल्में थोड़ी ना होंगी.
पता नहीं, ऐसा ही लग रहा है.
Family.
नहीं. Shahrukh Khan is dying in the movie. कौन
सी? कल हो ना हो.
हाँ, I meant to say कल हो ना हो. I swear. अरे I meant to say कल हो ना हो.
You meant to say whatever.
अच्छा, पर कल हो ना हो किसकी फिल्म है? किसकी फिल्म है?
अबे करण जौहर की है ना.
तो फिर
सिर्फ first two
But
अभी
clearly it seems like अभी हो ही रहा है. मैं क्या I don't know. This is how it's turning out to be.
But this one is not a Karan Johar movie. Let me tell you.
Thank God.
Okay? An underqualified man cheats his way into a medical college.
मुन्ना भाई.
Rashmi, come on, at least.
Come on, Rashmi.
I'm with him.
Okay, another one. There's a ton of music and dancing in large groups. Okay, one person is enjoying life to the point of hallucination while the others are too stuck up in their own life.
Mohabbatein.
Yes.
I did.
My
Thank
God,
you.
it's not badly explained tha ye. She got
हाँ, I was like ये तो कुछ ज़्यादा ही complicated है and she just said it.
Okay, one last one देखते हैं. But as of now, you're the winner. Let's see.
Guys,
Tie होता है कि
come
नहीं? A woman dies and burdens her preteen daughter by
कुछ होता है.
tiebreaker तो बनता है because 2-2 and Neil
मैं
has just
तो बीच
given
में
up.
मैं ठीक हूँ. I've given up.
Okay, tiebreaker question and then we'll finish. Okay, 3 roommates go on a weird adventure where
दिल चाहता है.
नहीं पूरा सुन
जिंदगी ना मिलेगी दोबारा.
पूरा सुन लो.
3 roommates.
अब एक नेगेटिव पॉइंट था. 2 बार गलत आंसर करने का ना अब ये और मैं सेम.
Okay.
ये पॉइंट है भाई. ये कटा एक पॉइंट इनका.
3 roommates go on a weird adventure when they receive a call that is not meant for them.
3 roommates went on an adventure.
Oh, ho, ho,
received a
ho.
call.
I can hear the answer from the audience, but I need it from you. एक call आता है उनको which is not meant for them, and it's a hilarious movie.
हेरा फेरी.
Yes.
हेरा फेरी.
Oh wow, guys, I'm just so good.
Let's clap for Kriti.
Oh,
sorry.
Thank you.
तोहफा का है इनका.
दे दूंगी बात.
तोहफा.
Liar. Okay, I just have one last thing to ask. Okay, this one I'm hoping Neil can guess it. This is just like a bonus question क्योंकि इसके बाद.
She's just trying to make you feel good. Please go ahead.
2 brothers argue over who should own the family property while their mother silently judges them.
ये पूरी फिल्म का प्लॉट है.
ये तो
पूरी फिल्म में मदर जज ही कर रही है.
Judging.
कितनी फिल्में हैं वापस ऐसी?
पूरी बॉलीवुड तो इसी के बनी है लेकिन एक फेमस डायलॉग है.
बोलो.
आज भी मैं फेंके हुए पैसे नहीं उठा.
दीवार.
Because you're here, I have to mention that we recently celebrated your birthday on Radio Nasha.
Oh wow.
You know what? We posted a video which went viral, which
Okay.
is your song from Jaisi Karni Vaisi
Oh.
Bani. You were looking so
4 years old
cute.
then.
Really?
You have
Yeah,
some
yeah.
memories
Oh,
from that
damn.
song, yeah.
Of course, very fond memories. You know, to be very honest, up until then I hadn't really done a lip sync song ever in my career, and I was always questioning my grandfather's career graph from my grandmother. And when I did that film, is when I really realized what my grandfather's true profession was, because this was the first time that I had done it earlier with a film called Vijay with Anupam Kher Saab, Akkad Bakkad Bambe Bo, but it wasn't so full-fledged and so, you know, with short breakdown and learning the entire song and lip-syncing it. And at the age of 4 to do it, you know, see all these national awards and Filmfare awards spread out. For me, I used to think my grandfathers won them for sack race. You know? Because, I mean, when you're a kid, you only think of sack race or a 100-meter run. You know, if someone's won a trophy. So I used to question my grandmother on that. So my journey started there, and she would start showing me Raj Kapoor ji's films, and that's how my journey as an actor began. But when that happened, of course, you know, it's such an emotional moment also. Why? Because that same song, When I Grow Up in the film, is played by Govinda ji, and that's been sung by my father.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
such a special connection.
So the title song has been sung by my father, and it was directed by the legendary Vimal Kumar Saab.
Yes.
And the film was a massive blockbuster, and I won many child actor awards for that film. Carrying awards was, I remember,
So
on stage, quite the fun journey. Yeah.
Amazing.
Radio Nasha.